How you going? I have been blessed and lucky enough to work with kids, young people, youngsters, teenagers, little ones. I have been blessed to be able to work with kids now for 14 years, and it's my absolute passion. I absolutely love it. I worked in a school for 9 years as a school chaplain, and currently working in residential care, looking after little kids in care. It's amazing. I love all of it. A good friend of mine a few years ago asked me a very poignant question. And they said, are any of the kids you work with, do you think they were born with their problems? Born bad? I know it sounds like a bit of an intense question, but it's a good one. The majority of kids I work with, they come from very broken homes. They come from horrible things like sexual abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse. It's pretty bad. And I can categorically say, out of the thousands of kids I've worked with over the last 14 years, and we're talking some pretty, very sadly broken young people, I can categorically say that in every young person I've worked with, not one of them has been born with their problems or their attitude or are evil or anything like that by any means. Quite the contrary. With every young person I've worked with, and I mean there's no judgment in this, it's just a fact. Every young person that I've worked with that has, problems, whether it's anger or whatever it might be, there's always a correlation between their behaviour and their upbringing. Again, they come from absolutely broken homes, sexual abuse, physical abuse. Every single child I've worked with, there is a correlation between where they've come from and who they are currently with their, whether it's poor behaviour, anger, physical aggression, whatever it might be, always a connection. I do not believe any of the kids I've ever worked with are born like that, ever. There's always a correlation.